All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, my neighbors. All right, welcome, 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 welcome. I hope you had a great morning. Hold on, I didn't even turn on my light. I'm over here moving a mile a minute. I am late. I did tell everybody I am going to try to get this done at 7 in the morning, and life is life. I'm over here trying to get, like, the kids are over there getting ready, and they're driving me crazy. The whole world is going all over the place. Oh my God, I didn't even shave. I told myself I was going to shave. Anyway, welcome to Before You Take the Trade. We're going to go ahead and break down some of these charts as we go into it. I want to say thank you to everyone that actually like and subscribe from the YouTube channel. I appreciate it. Got some new ones that subscribe. Also, go ahead and click the link down. I got my X that's attached to it. I got my Instagram that's attached to it. If you don't have a trading community, by all means, come over to Cheat Code. We have a lot of fun. We make some money while we're doing it, okay? So let's go ahead and get to it because I am late, all right? So we're going to go ahead and break down some of the commodities and try to go ahead and knock this out because I got a lot of information that I need to feed y'all, and I'm going to do this relatively quick. I'm probably not going to do some recaps, but if you do have some tickers, by all means, go ahead and put it in the chat, and I will try to get to all of them. I don't know if Casey's on. I do have, what was it? I think he said Breezy, B-R-Z-E. I cannot find my paper now. Oh, these kids, I think they took our paper. I had my paper on my desk. I know I did. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Breezy, B-R-Z-E. I will get to that one. I was going to recap the ones that, what was it? CCJ, PVH, and SMH. I think that was the other ones. So I'm going to go ahead and flash recap on that. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and get into Breezy, which is what he asked me for from yesterday. All right, so let's go to it. So here is NQ, and NQ looks like it's trying to power itself up after coming down to a certain level, and it looks like, remember that area that I was telling y'all yesterday? It looked like we was rejected. This thing decided to fill the fair value gap and then some, right? So I thought this order block was going to be a little bit tough for it, but we got on the bottom of the order block that they went back into it. And of course, Nvidia is propping up the market. They are holding this doggone NQ up, and it is a monster of a stock. Every time I'm thinking to doubt Nvidia is the moment that I end up being wrong. So do not doubt Nvidia. So that right now we are doing a nice little bounce. I kind of played a little bit of this because I was up around 4 o'clock in the morning. My business can be very drawing, and sometimes it just takes so much of my energy because I do transportation. But I go where the clients go, and that's how it works. But I also trade. Anyways, let's go ahead and go back to it. All right. So nice break of structure here. So this was a retest of structure that kind of came into this level. So if you actually could have taken this, and I'm pretty sure my cheat code community, they did a good job getting into this trade, and they probably playing it up to here. And then we got this. I think that's my auto fib. Is this my auto fib? Yep, that is my auto fib. So we're hitting the breaks roughly around the auto fib. So this is a nice little trade if you could have weathered the storm around 6 a.m. and 7. And you can see that they filled this fair value gap. Now the question mark here is how we hold this value gap right here and probably continue to that upside. So we will see. Let's go ahead and get to the other commodities. Let me not spend too much time on that. And CL, yeah, 77.58. Yeah, no business being up here. No video. How is it no video? Really? That is interesting. It should be showing my screen. Are you saying that you do not see my chart? That's a very good question. Hold on. Let me. So you're not seeing my chart when I'm actually talking Hitch, because it should be streaming directly my video and my audio. I don't know. That's weird. Well, let me go ahead and continue because I'm pretty sure I have my settings black. That is interesting. I don't know. Are you doing it from the YouTube? No, it shouldn't be black. I'm not sure. I really don't know. Oh, okay, good. Okay, so somebody reset your traded view because it looks like one person says I got audio, but yeah. So yeah, I think you need to maybe go back out, go to the live stream, and come back into it because one person says they can see both. All right, so let's go ahead and get back to it. Right here, you can see oil came right back. Where does everything comes? It reverts back to its means at all times. That's why we use EMAs, and that's why we draw trend lines and all that fun stuff. So order blocks are another one of the ways where the market can revert back. So when we broke through on this level on Friday, we had our break, retest, push, right? So now, as we're trying to get to this level, guess what we're going to do, right? We are going to test if that order block is good. Is it going to hold? What did it do? It came down to this level, and in 30 minutes, I don't know what they said. They must have said something about whatever is going on with gas. And to be honest, gas needs to drop down. I am tired of the price that I have to pay for gas. Being in transportation, I don't want to spend a whole lot of money, but unfortunately, people going to do what people do, and the market is a collective of people. All right, so back to this. Anyways, so it looks like they came back, retest this area. But that 77.58, I gave you this number from yesterday, right? All right, perfect. It's working. That's what I'm talking about. I gave you this level from before. Mark it on your chart. 77.58 on oil. I don't know why it's tough. I don't know why it doesn't want to react to a certain way, but for some reason when it gets there, it has a hard time. Nice consolidation before the FOMC minutes came out. It came out, finally pushed up, couldn't hold the level. We are making lower highs, right? So we've talked about this before, right? If you haven't been to one of my charting classes, I do suggest you get it. I have one recorded. It is amazing. And I break this down. This is our downtrend. We did this. Then when we finally made this lower low, what do we do, folks? This is our new lower high that created that right then and there. So let's go ahead and zoom this one right in, right? What does it do? It used the backside of it as support, trying to get up. Like, it's like, let me get out, let me get out, let me get out. And it just can't get out. And unfortunately, it went ahead and broke down under here again. So they're trying to find new friends roughly around the $75 level, so that way they could go ahead and push this up. So I am looking for oil to fail to go ahead and fill this value here, and it's going to continue to the downside. But then again, they got some reports that's coming out today, so we have to take the chart that they give us. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Gold is still moving, rocking. It kind of looks like it's doing bull flags after bull flags after bull flags. Let me come to the 1 hour, maybe you'll see it a little bit better. All right, so we had a nice little push up, consolidation, breakout, consolidation, breakout, kind of broke structure roughly here, then it finally pushed up, a bull flag, breakout, and then broke structure again, almost broke all of the structure, and we got this rising pattern. That is one of the reasons why I'm thinking at the end of the day, gold is doing a little bit too much, because I don't see a real pullback that is showing me that there's going to be some true support that is going to hold some of its levels. But again, the market's going to do what it wants to do. Make sure you draw your trend lines. See if you have support before you actually take anything to the upside. We buy at support, we sell at resistance. Simple as that. All right, so you can see right here on this cheat code algo supply zone, it is struggling. Why? Because 2000 is a strong psychological level. We've talked about this before. So you can see that it's trying to hold this level, trying to break through here, and this is not the first time it did it. There's this one, there's this one, there's this one, there's this one, and let's go historically a little bit. There's that one. There is when it was friends with the 2000 level, but it doesn't really stay that way for a very long time. So this 2000 to about 2020, this is where this bearish order block is built on, is a strong area for resistance. So does that mean you need to buy gold right now? I'm just saying, I don't suggest that you do so right now. Let somebody else's money push it up there. Anyway, let's go ahead and keep on going. So we talked about silver yesterday. Silver and gold kind of walk a little hand in hand, but it's like the big brother kind of leading the little brother, and sometimes the little brother leads the big brother, and then sometimes the little brother kind of slaps the big brother in the head like, what you doing? We have no business being up here, right? So we got this bullish order block here, but there is selling pressure that's happening here. So the cheat code algo, we got a nice little downtrend that is putting some pressure on it, looking like it wants to push down, but we're compressing price. So everybody is meeting in the middle. All right, go ahead, let's just meet in the middle, right? So roughly around 23.905 is somewhere around the area where they're going to have to make a decision on which side of the coin they want to be on. If they want to be bullish, it'll be above 23.905. If they want to be bearish, they'll go ahead and push and start killing some of the support levels and hitting the wicks down, as you know, kind of like tree branches when you're falling down trying to change a satellite dish when you're working on stuff around the house. But anyway, not saying that ever happened to me, but just being a little, you know, descriptive, just in case y'all don't understand what I'm talking about. Anyway, so we got this level here, bullish order block, break this level, cheat code buy signal is acting as support here, 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 and here. So we need to break this cheat code level here, fill this imbalance, so that way you can start to break down on this side. That's only if it decides to actually start doing that. If not, you're going to have it start breaking some of these upper levels and try to get through this auto fib. If this thing holds above 2390, which is this 2392 is kind of like our pivot point here, it probably going to go ahead and try to retest some of these areas, and that's where it's probably going to reject. All right, so let's keep on going. I am going way too slow. All right, no more jokes, no more breakdowns, no more hypotheticals. All right, so British pound, when we go up, they go up. When we go down, they go down. And right now, it looks like it's a little tethered to NQ. If we look at NQ, it's going up, but it's losing steam before NQ loses steam. So this is going to be very interesting as we go into the market. I want to see how much pressure they put on the dollar with that, because I need the British pound to gain so that way it can push the US dollar down, so that way it can go ahead and push the NQ up. It's like a whole entire Adams Family situation with all of, and oh, sorry, I said no more jokes. All right, let's go to natural gas. Natural gas, it is in the bottom of a bearish order block. So this order block is letting me know that I need some steam, so that way I can go ahead and try to take out 2.939. If it can actually break above that, then it could go ahead and retest some of these auto fibs. Roughly around that 3 level is what I'm looking for before it bumps its head, but we'll see. Right now, it's not the season of natural gas. All right, Russell had a struggle. I knew 17.97, 80 was going to be tough. You can see how it reacts to the market as far as November. Let me go ahead and pull this a little bit farther back to kind of point and emphasize a little bit. This is also a level that on the 4 hour, you can see right here, it has a little bit of an issue here, here, and here. It's not marked off with the auto fib because they feel like this is more of a key level on the 4 hour. But you can see this area right here, which is just the psychological level of 18,000, is just struggling to hold that. So if it can find a way to knock out the 18,000, it should be good. And the Russells tend to lead the rest of the market. So we'll see that people are getting into the small caps. After they get into the small caps, they start getting into the large caps, and we'll see what happens from there. All right. So now the last one is the dollar. Dollar was doing a lot of funky chicken back and forth, and just driving me a little crazy. I didn't like it, and that's why the market kind of consolidated. I'm gonna bring this over to the 30-minute. So I'm actually, let me come back to the 4 hour. I actually marked out this value gap on the 4 hour as an area that was going to be a tough area for us to break all the way through. For us to be on the bottom of it, now I'm looking at this as a bearish order block. I'm looking at it as a bearish order block. Yes, did it create a fair value by going down there? Absolutely, right? It made a couple of them here and here. If we go over to the daily, it's probably going to stand out a little bit further. But we got some of it that is balanced, but we left this little bit, and I think that's what they're coming for. That there's little bit of space that it's just a little bit imbalanced there. Are they coming for it? Maybe, but they are starting to set it off roughly around here. We do have 11 hours left before this actually closes, so this is going to be very interesting. But that 30-minute is the one that annoyed the crap out of me, because we basically did this whole entire two-step dance throughout yesterday. Roughly, where are we? Oh, roughly around here. So we got to like 9 o'clock, kind of did the dance, came up to this level, and around the 1 o'clock, ran out of steam, doesn't know what it wants to do. So during the Asian session, we kind of powered up. That's why the market kind of dropped during Asian, and right now it's giving everything away, like it wants to get back under the value gap that I marked off from the 4 hours. So I want to see how this bearish order block, which is right here, do we break through it? It's bullish because we're on top of it right now, and they don't want to see it touch it right now. But if we break under that 50 EMA, guess what? Boom, there's your uncle. We'll probably go ahead and rebalance some of the imbalance that's right here. And this was already balanced, so we should be good there. And then start heading back down to here. So we'll see what happens there. All right, so 750, perfect. I think I'm on time. First one, let us go through one that I brought up yesterday. That was CCJ. CCJ. All right, so CCJ, I think I want to break this down on the 4 hour, and I want to put in my trade manager. Let me put that in. Chico Dalgo got a built-in trade manager. Oh, actually, and I want to take out the auto fibs in the process too. Let's get rid of that. All right, so just give it a minute. So CCJ, if you don't know what they do the uranium. I kind of broke that down before. Very important in energy, so I think it's probably one of the ones that people are really looking at, especially when we get deeper and deeper into EVs and stuff like that. So they're looking for other things other than lithium and all that. So there's a lot of stuff that they try to do, call for clean energy. Listen, I don't know how nuclear turns into clean energy. I don't get it, but I guess it's about air pollution more than the fact that the thing can go ahead and radiate the whole entire world. I don't get it, but I guess clean is clean based on perspective. But that's a whole other conversation. Moving on. So $45 is going to be a tough area. It needs to hold about $45. If it does, that's a good psychological level that could probably push it. I do look for a target roughly around 47. I thought about taking a nice little entry, but I was waiting for the FOMC minutes to be able to take the trade. I do want to see it at 42 before I actually take the entry, because roughly the Chico is telling us entry is at 42.46. Stop loss is roughly around 37. So I was trying to get the best price possible, but I may just go ahead and see if it holds 45, then get an entry and use that as my support, and probably use this as my stop. So I'm probably going to play around with it. Of course, the 4 hour doesn't really look as good for that upside, but I'm looking for this weekly to kind of hold its weight, and then at the very least maybe retest 45.72 and then start to head to maybe $54. But that's a man's dream. We'll see, because this little hitch is not really helpful. All right, the other one I gave y'all was PVH. PVH is the, not PVH, PVH is the company that's responsible for Tommy Hilfiger and a lot of retail stuff. I just like the weekly. I'm not gonna lie to you. It looks like they are trying to power through. I do want to see this get above $94, $92 roughly, around that area. So I was looking for an entry on this one. Did not step into it again because of how the market was going. And you can see right here they try to put it like a hammer here. So I may wait till after dividends and earnings to see how the reports come by. If it's solid, I think they are a sound company enough to probably survive it. It does have a lot of gaps here that's going to open question marks, but I think we're heading to a daily golden cross to the upside. So that's one of the reasons I'm looking at this. And then the other one is SMH. SMH is just not CMH, SMH. All right, SMH is the company that, sorry, Van Eck is the company, but this is an ETF that actually encompasses some of the tickers that you know and love, like your NVIDIAs, like your AMDs, like your TSM, and they pretty much have a certain type of weighting, so that way you can be able to play NVIDIA without actually spending the money on NVIDIA. But if you look here, we pretty much gave a lot of the profits back, and the way we bounced here, I did think that NVIDIA was going to bounce. But it still was waiting for the earnings. They really smashed their earnings and did a really, really good job. Let me go ahead and pull up NVIDIA so I can show you what the earnings was. So they had found an extra 0.65 cents for their shareholders and an extra $1.9 billion. And yes, that is true. One with a B. Right, about $1 billion, right? That I don't know where else you should be excited. If someone told me that I found a $1.9 billion from month to month or week to week or whatever, I'll be excited. So I think the market's really excited. It's going to hold that 500 level, so look for that. So yeah, I do like to see Nvidia continue to this upside. But let's go back to SMH because this is the purpose of this conversation. SMH, I'm looking forward to kind of hold this TP4. I think semis is going to be really, really key going into the whole AI revolution. Even forget what's going on with OpenAI and they firing CEOs, bringing them back. Microsoft just don't know what they're going to do, but they're going to hire him, and it's all drama. Damn that. We're talking about the technology itself. I think when it comes down to it, when you can make the new generation of the remote control, people are going to flock to it. They're going to be resentful for a little bit because they're like, why am I going to spend money for something I can just walk up and flip a button, turn the dial, or anything else? That's what the remote control did. But eventually, it's so effective that everybody was looking for remote control access to everything in their life because they're like, I can be in one place and it does what I expected without actually doing the physical exertion. AI is that, just brain power. So I think this is going to be really, really big for SMH. I'm not saying this is a good time to buy it. It is on a premium area, but I do like where it is on a weekly because this is that retracement. So assuming that this buy on the weekly holds up, we're talking about SMH to $220. That's what I'm thinking. All right, so it looks like Casey's not here, but I'm going to go ahead and break his down. BRZE. I hope I got it right. Or is it BZRE? No, I think it was the other way. BRZE. It was like Breeze. Together. All right. Braze Inc. I think he was looking for something towards the upside on this one. I might have to dig into my videos because I know he wrote it in the chat. Actually, you know what? Can I go to my profile? Let's see if I can find it. Profile. Alright, perfect streams. And it was this one. Yep, he put it in here. BRZE. Alright, so he was looking for a long entry at $53. You're very getting close to it. I didn't break it. It's at 51. Stop loss at 46. So that's about roughly around here. And I think I do like the stop loss because it brings you into the order block. Oh, you know what? Let me look at it from the daily because his whole setup is on the daily. 50. Actually, you know what, Casey? I would say $52. You're very close to it. It holds over 52.07. You probably could ride this all the way up. I think you could get to the target of 60 because that's where the order block is sitting right there. It's basically letting us know that there is some selling pressure that is possible that can happen right there. So look for a possible rejection around that 60. I love that target 60 to 60.72. Stop loss 46.27. I got 46.73. I would say it's 50 cents difference. Save the money if it actually gets down there. I would say go with the 46.73. But it does look like a real decent trade. Let me come back to our live stream. I kind of tweaked that. Now I can't see my chat. Okay, perfect. Now I'm back to my chat. All right, so that said, no one really plugged in anything on the tickers. Listen, I am trying to really be more consistent. I do apologize in advance because I had a lot of things that was going on, especially with my setup and getting everything done. It's starting to really look like I got it under par. I love how it is there. I'm going to be doing a lot of more fun stuff. I'm probably going to get some sources, some information so I can get it across. But that's a whole lot down the line. I just got to be able to kind of practice, get everything done. I love that y'all kind of still subscribe and follow me as I start to build this transition and everything else. It's going to get more and more entertaining. But DM me if you think there's something I should add to it and everything else. I would greatly appreciate that too. You can DM me in TradingView. If you're on my YouTube, you can go ahead and click down, put in something in the comments. Let me know what it is that you like, what you don't like. Maybe y'all don't like my analysis. Maybe I can do better. By all means, you can go ahead and chime in there. On that note, go ahead and click the links down below. There's my Twitter. There's my Instagram. There is my YouTube. My YouTube has a lot of mindset stuff. So if you feel like you're struggling in trading, I do a lot of mindset, especially on the weekly on Wednesday. So today is going to be one of them. By all means, at 5 o'clock, stay tuned, subscribe, hit the bell notification. That way you know when I'm on. I'm going to be dropping a big gem because last week's recording kind of got a little tweaked. Other than that, I do have my mindset course. You can go to shop.cheatcode.com. So that way you can go ahead and get my workshop, which is going to be mindset. It's going to be fully around it. It's an introduction into mindset psychology, and I'm going to break down every intricate part of the psychology of the market, so that way you can kind of get a little bit of a base of it. But yeah, it's going to be Friday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So after you're done with all the turkey and spending all your money on Black Friday and your feet hurt, go ahead and sit in front of your computer, get the workshop, and we're going to go ahead and get live and have fun. On that note, have a good morning, my neighbors, and I will see you tomorrow at 7 a.m. Well, it's Thanksgiving. Nah, we ain't doing that. I'm going to have too much turkey that I got to go ahead and cook. We'll go ahead and see you next week at 7 a.m. because this is a Tuesday to Thursday show. Yeah, have a great day. Later, y'all.